Board of Directors study session for the Preston Sanitary District for February 11th. And as the clerk, she would like to give a roll call, please.
Sure. Director Nicole Wiltshire, Vice Secretary Arlene Schaefer, Secretary Arthur Perry, Vice President Robert Uten,
Here.
President Mike Schaefer.
Here.
Thank you.
Item B, public comments. This is the time set aside for anyone who wants to speak. Items both that are within the purview of the board that are not on the agenda. And if you have anyone from the public wishing to speak? Yes. Do you?
I do.
Okay,
Morning, everyone.
we're gonna have to go to the podium soon because we record everything.
Okay. My dress okay for the morning? Yeah, sure.
Listen, they're more dressed up than some of us, so it's quite all right. Yes, you got it.
Okay, great. Good morning, everybody. My name is Bob Howard, resident of Costa Mesa, 36 years ago. The reason I'm coming today is I want to compliment you on the new trash cans that have come out. And how they're looking really good and working really well. So nice. Business, I like that. The main concern that I have with here is a hazardous material issue. You had when your truck come by and it had a hydraulic leak and it was a mess. You just chased through that whole travel with that truck. I was wondering, did they do inspections prior to the trucks going out to pick up the trash?
Yeah, well, I'm a general manager, but
Yes, they're supposed to do a pre-trip inspections every day. It's a heavy duty truck, so by law, they're supposed to do a pre-trip inspections every day.
This is extremely bad. It was, hydraulic fluid, I oil too, I'm not sure. My background is civil environmental engineering, was more concerned about the working. The oil or hydraulic fluid, let's call it, it's really bad, and you know, it's like the attention of the driver, the driving, and it's very clear like that. So I'm just really surprised. I have to hear they do the inspection, but I'm wondering how we could have truck could have gotten out to the roads and such major leaks. So I did call, not a concern. They said they would send someone out to clean up the street by 7 o'clock that night. Nobody ever showed up. That day, nobody ever showed up. Finally, they said the gentleman was very good, very detailed. But with those oil stains, you can't really get that oil for you. It's all streets are all really bad stuff for the day. So has this happened often?
Well, what we think it might be, if it was a hydraulic fluid, then the driver would immediately notice a wrong truck and he couldn't drive it. We think it's fluid inside the body of the truck from the trash. People will, you won't be surprised. You'll be surprised what people throw away in their trash. It could be, it's probably some kind of liquid that was in the trash that was leaking from the truck. And so that does happen. I wouldn't say it happens every day, but it is a common occurrence. I've worked with other organizations. It's happened in other cities as well. So it's common. It does happen. It could be milk, it could be water, it could be oil, it could be paint. I mean, I feel so throwing batteries in a truck. In fact, I just informed the board last week, Laguna Beach, someone threw away a small e-bike in their trash cart, and that's lithium batteries, and that caught on fire. The truck caught on fire because of that. So you'd be surprised what people throw away in the trash. Yeah. So we try and we put out our education and do a social media and newsletter of what's probably disposed of in the trash, but unfortunately people don't read it or listen. Yeah, well, we probably is that. I mean, that's the reason why we have the student French agreement. Obviously, the hauler's responsible for that cleanup. If they're not responding in an efficient time, then that's when we step in and we tell us, hey, get out there and clean it. It shouldn't have taken several days. That's unacceptable. So we appreciate you bringing it to our attention. We do document all those types of inefficiencies from CNR because we do hold accountable for that for liquidated damages. So, but if it's still, stained, we will send someone out there again to try to clean it up. The only problem sometimes is that as much clean as we do, it'll loosen the gravel and it could create a pothole eventually. But, you know, we'll send CR back out there to clean it up.
Did they come out to clean it already? Yeah. They said they were gonna be there, they didn't show up, the next day they said they were gonna be there by 7 o'clock, and never showed up, and they finally did come out. The gentleman did come out, they did the best job he could possibly do. You know, they had to bring the high pressure equipment in, you know, the launch against some pressure, but yeah, came out and tried to do it, still looks bad, I don't think it's ever changed.
What we can, and we've done this in the past, if they can't get the stain out, we tell CNR to kind of like, almost like a reseal of the street. I'll just send David out and take some pictures and send it out to CNR, say, hey, you know, no matter how much you're gonna clean it, it's still gonna be stained, so we want you to reseal the street, so we can do that.
We know the address.
Yes, we have the information there.
We appreciate that. We appreciate the compliment on the cans, and one of the things that with the advent of the new recycling can, by state law, we have to inspect. We have to actually open the lids and inspect the contents.
Oh, really?
Okay, so hopefully, as our general manager mentioned, folks that are putting the stuff in there that aren't supposed to be there, we're gonna be able to catch those quicker now than we have in the past. So
We got a little label there, helps a lot. Yeah.
it does look good. It does.
My wife got me trained in it too. She put that thing over here.
My wife says, you're on the board, you still don't know where to put that stuff. Anything else?
No, that was the main thing, you know, those happen storms are down to the ocean, so. And, you know, you bring up a very good point, if it wasn't hydraulic fluid, maybe it's something else, but the stain there was better. Like, you know, carbon, we oil, it's just like that, for sure. And it's, I mean, I'm sorry to keep on reading it, but we're frustrated. They go for a lot of walks, but it's fall over the truck one day. So,
Well, hopefully we'll move away from that frustration for you.
well, yeah, I'm still surprised that they consider the truck out on the leaking truck with new rooms in fact, if it wasn't one. But the results seem to be.
Yeah, only because the driver would immediately notice something wrong with the truck, and you would be able to drive it if it was hydraulic fluid, so that's why we think it's some kind of fluid inside the bed of the truck, you know, the hopper, it's called a hopper, where they store all the materials.
But I think the next thing is.
You have 4 minutes, so we're gonna give you another couple of quick. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but go ahead, we have so many people here to speak this morning. We're gonna go.
Did I miss out the other meeting or something?
No.
No, I was thinking, I could hopefully, you know, pick up all 3 trash cans at the same time. I don't know if that's easier.
I think even we agree, ideally one truck would be better, but that technology isn't here yet. And the state is very specific on us conforming to their regulations, so. Go, as my dad used to say, don't hold your breath for that one.
Ah, my dad said the same thing.
Yeah.
That's all I had, I just wanted to bring that up, because I think it's.
We appreciate the input, and you guys have.
Yes.
If there's something that is, I need your phone number. And, you know, something comes up, like you call directly, because don't for your normal people that call up, but it doesn't bother
We'll see if we can remedy that for you as well.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe somebody else.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's like they all up to the meeting.
You're more than welcome.
All right. Good.
If the good days, we have a short agenda today.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna move to items of study now, and go to the court code enforcement officer.
Okay.
That's you,
You're
David.
up.
Thank you, President Schaefer. Good morning, President Schaefer, members of the board. I'm here this morning to present my code enforcement report for the month of January. This report summarizes 3 major points for 3 ordinance enforcement topics covering scavenging, graffiti, and trash container enforcement. For the month of January, the code enforcement officer focuses efforts on patrols in various parts of the community. The goal is to deter and, to identify and deter instances of scavenging and residential trash carts left within the public view. The month of January, I caught 8 scavengers, shown by the maps in the different parts of the community. Any questions on that so far?
Maybe repeat. Vendors.
None of these were, 2 of them were. And, next time they've been advised, if I catch them again, it's gonna be a citation. It was a husband and wife team over on Pacific. Big trailer. They've been, making an impact on our road, so. They've been advised, I haven't seen them since, I didn't see him yesterday, and that was my day, is Mondays, I've been catching him over on that part of town.
David, are you in each of the 5 pickup areas?
Yes, sir. First thing in the morning, I'm out there to deter the scavenging when the carts are filled full.
And especially with the recycled cart?
Exactly. Again, they know exactly which cart to go to, so. Trash container enforcement for the month of January was 107 violation notices issued. By the streets listed, and how many violation notices were on that street.
Just a quick comment or question on that. It kind of ties back, Scott, to to the letter we received from the bike folks. The Ascension's not even listed on here. I mean, so folks aren't reporting on themselves on Placentia, I'm assuming, leaving carts out. What was the other street, you remember?
Victoria, Hamilton.
Is that the most you had in that letter?
I already went out on Victoria and Wilson this morning and rated 20 violations.
Trash can stuff out.
Yes, sir. So on Wilson, they're leaving them on the grass because they don't have a sidewalk or a bike lane on Wilson. So those are on their grass on the easement. Victoria, same thing, there is a small bike lane. And a lot of those are multi-families that start dragging back to their respective units.
So the citizens aren't reporting themselves, who caught them, which is,
Well,
it's good for
Marissa,
us.
Marissa mentioned this morning that this assistance league or whoever they are for Costa Mesa that had brought up the 6 streets, I believe it is. So my directive is, hit those streets, and curb that problem.
Okay.
I think a lot of things, and this is my opinion, is, we weren't writing violation notices for the last few months while we were doing the car rollout. So I think people kind of got, a little lazy. Normally I'm on Placentia, I'm hitting those right away because those have been an issue. Santa Ana as well, we've got a tip about 21st in Santa Ana. It's a very small bike lane and they're not wanting to put their carts away. Again, it's a lot of houses on a little property. And I'm thinking it's probably the guys in the very end of the community. It's a long way to direct those carts, but.
I know we all appreciate you keeping an eye on that.
Thank you, and that was a city as well is on top of that issue as well, so. We're both big care.
Would you say the city, did they make contact with those people also?
So the RP, the reporting party, reached out to the city at first about the trash carts and if there was anything they could do. And then the chief of code enforcement, Renee Mossy, reached out to me for assistance. So I told them I'll help in any way I can and vice versa. They advised me if I need any assistance, just ask.
Because it's a city ordinance and they're not willing to change it right back.
No.
Well, ours is in the street, theirs is on the property, so if they just move it up, on into their front yard, then the city can get involved in there.
Say that again.
The city.
So our ordinance is about the carts in the street.
Right.
If they just move them up into the grass, then I can, refer that to the city and they'll tackle from there.
Okay.
I know about Placentia, especially, we talk over and over about Placentia. With that new bike lane, it's almost, where are they gonna put their cans? I mean,
They can't put it on the side.
no, there's no sidewalk.
Well, they're small, they're not very big.
Okay. If there is, I don't know what we do to resolve the issues with the biking people. There is no solution.
I think our response will suffice.
Yeah.
We're doing what we're supposed to do. We got our directions from the board is to give warning notices first. Now, if you want us to give citations right off, we can do that too. But our directions from the board is to give warning notices. That's what we've been doing. And typically, after the first warning, the yellow tag, they comply. That's just been our procedures. So, we can just continue doing that efforts and hopefully people will get the idea that they're not supposed to leave it out all day.
I think the city allows bikers to ride on the sidewalk. Now. They never use it.
I know the e-bikes, they have pretty green on the sidewalk.
But I think it's allowed now.
Okay.
Well, in my opinion, what I've been seeing is Placentia did get very much better after I was going out there and taking care of them. Again, after the few months of kind of having a free-for-all.
She was saying that, yeah.
But they were pretty good. I mean, I had one or two that were, they just weren't getting on board. But just talking to the residents, like, hey, talk to your neighbor. This isn't about, me or the district. This is about people that are riding down the street. And a lot of these people have kids that are riding bicycles, so they appreciate it.
Did that come up with them? Why doesn't meet it at all?
No,
It will with the next one.
maybe.
I will conclude my traffic engineering report, and I had no cases or angry.
All right, let's go to item B, the year in review.
Thank you, Mr. President. I am very proud to present to the board our 2024 year in review, which you have the final document with before you. First off, I want to thank Angela for putting this together. She did a wonderful job. And I just want to say that I am very proud of staff, of all the accomplishments that they made in 1 year. And I always have to remind myself and remind staff that when you see all these accomplishments, there's just 24 of us, right? It's not many, not a very large organization. And it's extraordinary what we can achieve within that 12-month period. So very proud of all the accomplishments and achievements that our staff has done. You should be proud of this document. And again, we couldn't do this without the board support. The board support with the budgets and the resources that we need to do our jobs, the policies that are adopted by the board. We couldn't be as successful as we are if it wasn't for the board's support on our endeavors. So very proud to present this to the board and to the public, and we're happy to answer any questions you may have.
Really done well. I want to congratulate Angela on her ability to Photoshop pictures of the board members to make this all look so good. I think what's really cool about this is the way you laid it out with all, there's a lot of numbers, but the numbers are pretty darn relevant. And I think this is award worthy. I think CSC needs to see if we can get some kind of award for it. And it's just an outstanding job. Yeah, thank you. You look pretty proud of it. You're smiling pretty good.
She's on the front page.
She's featured.
She,
I was looking at this, the compost giveaway. Could we do something that OCC recycling to help bring in more people to have another small compost thing there, like we did a few years ago?
Are you saying maybe we have like a year-round composting?
No, just have one more bin.
Oh,
to show people that it's open.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So we can bring up our totals.
Always
I
try,
don't
You can look into that,
always
sure.
try.
Well, we,
Just a thought.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Because they probably would appreciate it.
sorry, I was telling Scott earlier, they're having their grand opening on February, I got an email this morning. February 19th at 11, it was 11 o'clock.
You should all receive that invitation on board.
February 19th, 11 to 11:30. Open house and 12 p.m. ribbon cutting ceremony.
What day is it?
It's a Thursday, I think.
Thursday.
Yeah,
Thanks.
No, it's a
it's
Wednesday.
on Wednesday, okay.
Yeah, Wednesday. Have they invited us to any kind of presence there, any kind of,
I haven't heard from them.
no?
Oh, I got an email
From-
we're talking about the recycling.
Yeah, is it from Rosina?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the coordinator for that, or
Oh, for the ribbon cutting.
Yeah,
if you could.
Yeah, she asked me to attend, she asked me like what my schedule was, and then I got an email from her yesterday saying, we look forward to seeing you, I just got the flyer.
Well, I'm glad you agreed to that date.
Well, I didn't agree, but I just gave her like some general days that I want to do.
Mike, I don't think I've gotten anything from him.
This is to our CMSD email.
I don't look at.
But that's really encouraging to the staff that you don't look at your emails.
Well,
Under the
because it's
Brown
on
Act,
it's on the games, I don't really look that up.
I gave somebody mine.
you should be able to still get your emails on your phone. Do you need Chloe to look at your phone?
They didn't send me one.
Yeah, Chloe, look at Margaret's phone.
Okay,
Okay.
anything else?
That's it, Mr. President.
Any comments from any of the directors, anything to report?
No, on the infrastructure side of our business, I think we have, we're looking for a federal grant for the end of force main. Any word on that? I think Trump has started to cut a lot of stuff, but I believe he's very interested in infrastructure, so. Is Calvert trying to look after our interests? Or who is trying to look after our interests?
A CSDA, I would say, is looking out for interest. Yeah, definitely CSDA, and working with the National Coalition of Special Districts.
I have a question. Is South Coast Plaza all finished now?
They're finishing, I think they're repaving today to get a head start before the storm, and then officially gonna be done by this Friday.
You made that appointment to meet with them?
No, because I'm waiting for all the invoices to come in, so I can get the final number, and then I get shared with the general manager. So probably looking maybe in March.
You have a very big briefcase to carry over.
I was gonna say, no, we aren't gonna have a grand opening ceremony or anything.
It's the most expensive sewer pipe we've ever installed.
They're in good shape now.
Yes.
Anything else? Can we make sure our member of the public gets a copy of the review?
Sure.
So you have an extra copy.
There's
How
one-
do we distribute these? We just have.
We do it mostly electronically.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. We have 2 copies on the desk.
We do.
Please state one.
Happy to do that.
We're real proud of it. Okay, if there's nothing else, then we'll adjourn this meeting to the board meeting on February, whatever.
February 20.
I think so.
February.
Well, let's double check.
Thank you.